Wilson Sai here, an evening with St. John's Basketball 2015. I'm joined by St. John's basketball legend and three-time NBA champion Bill Wennington. Bill, how great is it to be here back in New York City with your St. John's family?
Well, it's always good to be back in New York, Wilson, but it's even more special to be back at a St. John's function, especially with Chris Mullen and the guys that came after me, Marco Baldi, and the whole coaching staff here at St. John's. So I'm truly honored to be here today and catch up on old times.
Enjoying your time in St. John's, what has Coach Lou Carnesecca meant to you, and how has he made you become a better person?
Well, Coach Carnesecca has been a second father to me. Really taught me a lot about being a man, being respectful, holding true to myself and my word. One of the things he always taught me is obviously honesty, but if you say something, you do it. And if you don't want to do it, don't say you'll do it. And it's simple things in life that I think a lot of times, especially today, get taken for granted, but they really are the foundation of maturity, and I hold that very near and dear to my heart.
And for the 1985 St. John's team, everybody is still talking about it making the Final Four. What were some of your favorite memories being part of it?
Well, anytime you're on a team that's successful, you remember that, and I remember how hard we worked and the bond that we had, and that every player on that team gave their best. One of the things that stands out to me the senior year is our 4 losses. They stand out the most because I hate to lose. And so that first loss to Niagara was strong. That hurt us. And then we lost to Georgetown three times that year, and each one of those losses hurt just as much. And that's as well as we performed and did well. Unfortunately for me, those are the 3 things that I remember the most. But it was a great time to be at St. John's. A great time to be in Big East basketball here in New York was phenomenal.
And moving on to NBA basketball, you won 3 championships with the Chicago Bulls. How was it like? Describe some of the things about playing with arguably the greatest player ever, and Michael Jordan.
Well, playing with Michael Jordan was a lot like playing with Chris Mullen, because both of them demanded excellence, and they expected you to put 100% effort on the floor every night. And I was fortunate enough to play with Chris and to be under his tutelage and understand how hard you had to work. And when I came to playing with Michael, I understood that. So he and I got along well because he understood that I was working hard and I was doing what I needed to do. But if you like winning, playing with guys like Chris Mullen and Michael Jordan, that's where you want to be.
And part of that 1996 Chicago Bulls 72-win team, would you think that's the best team of all time? What are your thoughts?
Obviously, I'm a little bit prejudiced. I was on that team, but I used to think that 72-10 would be a record that would get broken, but I'm starting to think it won't be. And I have a radio partner, Neil Funk, who I used to work with, said it'll never happen, and I'm starting to believe him because everything that year went well. No one got hurt, and Michael pushed us hard to drive us to play to our best night in and night out, and that was a very special year.
Absolutely, and after retiring, you transitioned yourself to a broadcasting career, being a color commentator for the Chicago Bulls. How is that experience like?
It's been absolutely terrific, and again, I'm putting my St. John's communications degree to work, and it allows me to stay involved in a game that I love, talk about it, and watch a lot of great basketball games. So it's been absolutely fantastic for me.
Thanks for your time, Bill.